Welcome to my English class. Today we are going to do comprehension. Listen to the story carefully and answer the questions that follow. Chapter number 1. It was grandfather who finally decided that we would have to move to another house. And it was all because of a Pret, a mischievous North Indian ghost who had been making life difficult for everyone. Prets usually live in peepal trees, and that's where our little ghost first had his home, in the branches of a massive old peepal tree which had grown through the compound wall and spread into our garden. Part of the tree was on our side of the wall, part of the other side shading the main road. It gave the ghost a good view of the whole area. For many years, the Pret had lived there quite happily, without bothering anyone in our house. It did not bother me either, and I spent a lot of time in the peepal tree. Sometimes I went there to escape the adults at home, sometimes to watch the road and the people who passed by. The peepal tree was cool on a hot day, and the heart-shaped leaves were always waving in the breeze. This constant movement of the leaves also helped to disguise the movements of the Pret, so that I never really knew exactly where he was sitting. But he paid no attention to me. The traffic on the road kept him fully occupied. Sometimes, when a tonga was passing, he would jump down and frighten the pony, and as a result, the little pony cart would go rushing off in the wrong direction. Sometimes he would get into the engine of a car or a bus, which would have a breakdown soon afterwards. And he liked to knock the sun helmets off the heads of sahibs or officials who would wonder how a strong breeze had sprung up so suddenly, only to die down just as quickly. Although this special kind of ghost could make himself felt and sometimes heard, he was invisible to human eye. I was not invisible to the human eye, and often got the blame of some of the Pret's pranks. If bicycle riders were struck by mango seeds or apricot stones, they would look up, see a small boy in the branches of the tree, and threaten me with the terrible consequences. Drivers who went off after parking their cars in the shade would sometimes come back to find their tires flat. My protests of innocence did not carry much weight. But when I mentioned the Pret in the tree, they would look uneasy, either because they thought I must be mad or because they were afraid of ghosts, especially Prets. They would find other things to do and hurry away. At night, no one walked beneath the peepal tree. It was said that if you yawned beneath the tree, the Pret would jump down your throat and give you a pain. Our gardener, Chandu, who was always taking sick leave, blamed the Pret for his tummy troubles. Once, when yawning, Chandu had forgotten to put his hand in front of his mouth, and the ghost had got in without any trouble. Now Chandu spent most of his time lying on a string bed in the courtyard of his small house. When grandmother went to visit him, he would start groaning and holding his sides. The pain was so bad, but when she went away, he did not fuss so much. He claimed that the pain did not affect his appetite, and he ate a normal diet, in fact, a little more than normal. The extra amount was meant to keep the ghost happy. Now, look at the screen and answer the questions that follow. If you face problem in answering the questions, then listen to the story once more. If you have any queries, post it in the comment box. I shall try to answer it.